Welcome back to part 2 of News Across Nigeria for today's edition. Before we continue, we'd like to remind you that all our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We'd also like to urge you to please interact with the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app on the Android, iOS, and Windows platforms. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, just tap the app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. And now for some quick facts about Kano State. We'd just like to remind you that it is in the northwest. We just took a story from Kano State, and we were talking about how the police are partnering with the communities to help fight crime. It was created in 1967, the nickname Center of Commerce, and quite a number of crops there traditionally known to be produced by Kano State, such as millet, cowpeas, sorghum, maize, rice, cotton, and groundnut for exportation purposes, hides and skins, sesame, garlic, gum arabic, and chili pepper. And of course, there are 44 local government areas in the state of Kano, and it is officially the most populous state in Nigeria. Kano State is Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. Those were some fast facts about Kano State. Now, the National Emergency Management Agency has confirmed that the number of internally displaced persons as at July 2015 has increased to 2.1 million from 1.5 million. The Deputy Director Planning of NEMA, Emenike Messi, who said that most of them are located in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states, explained that the increase is a signal of the victory against insurgency in Nigeria. Take a listen.
The people who were like trapped before now, you know, apart from the number of displaced persons who are in host communities, who are in temporary shelters like camps, and those who were outside the country, we also had some displaced persons that were caught in between those insurgent activities. For instance, if your community is being taken over by the insurgents, you may not be able to likely leave that location. You are trapped in between them. Those were like the faceless displaced persons who we couldn't reach to count. But now they are coming out. Some of them, out of fear or trauma, are moving away from those locations where they were to areas where they are more visible. So you discover that that is slightly responsible for the increase in the number of now known displaced persons.
Elsewhere, the lack of marketable skills makes unemployment among the youth more prevalent. This is a major concern for the federal government, who are trying to tackle the situation through an intensive skill acquisition program. About 50 unemployed women and youth were brought together by the National Directorate of Employment for a 2-week training program to sharpen and teach them some new skills. The state coordinator of the directorate in Nasarawa State says the participants are being equipped for them to fit into key sectors of the economy.
Initially with 300 on what we call community-based training, another 50 graduates that we train on learning computer software called Pitch 3. We train another 50 on cosmetology. Now we are graduating additional 50 on bead making. As I'm talking to you, we have 360 participants in our skills centers in the state. If you add this thing up collectively, there are more than 500. This is just within the last 6 months. But by and large, if you ask me, most of the training we have done in the state, we train over 37,000 participants in the last 10 years in Nasarawa State alone. NDE is tackling unemployment through training and vigorous training. Training and training and training. So what we have done today is actually part of actualizing the mandate of the NDE towards providing people with meaningful means of their livelihood. Because by the time they acquire skills, it is believed that they are going to use these skills to stay and sustain themselves. They are going to earn a living through what they offer to the public, through what they offer to society, instead of just staying idle and being looking at home. You know, generally unemployment is because people lack the marketable skills that the people can utilize. But by acquiring skills, of course, they will be very, very valuable in the society. There will be many people who will require their services. They will produce items for use, both for home and for industrial use.
And now we'll turn our attention to the south-south part of the country. Governor Seriake Dickson has commended the peaceful conduct of the People's Democratic Party PDP ward congresses across the state. The governor, who participated in the exercise held at the headquarters of Ward 2, constituency of Sagbama local government area in Angalabi town, expressed satisfaction with the level of understanding which led to the emergence of Ward 3's delegates from the PDP governorship primary, from where the party's flag bearer for the December 5th governorship election will be formally nominated. He was also full of gratitude to all the delegates to the Congress for their maturity and commitment, which has again portrayed the PDP, according to many, as the leading political party in Bayelsa State.
First, I want to thank the wonderful people for always being there for us, for me, and for my party. I want to thank the panel chairman and his members who are sent from the National Secretariat in Abuja. You have seen a peaceful conduct of the primaries. You have also seen how everybody from the area, all the members are gathered here to participate in this Congress, and I'm happy at the turnout. I'm also happy at the conduct, the peaceful conduct.
Bayelsa State Governor Seriake Dickson. Now, joining us on News Across Nigeria is a Doctor of Philosophy at the Niger Delta University in Bayelsa State, Dr. Akiyo Wilson, who will be sharing as a member of the electorate what his observances are of what's going on. For a bird's eye view, it seems that the PDP are focused. They've chosen their consensus candidate, happens to be the current governor. The APC is going to choose next week on Monday or Tuesday. On Tuesday. So does that stand the PDP in better stead for ahead of the elections?
There is something about history. We are told that those that don't learn from history kind of repeat the mistakes of history. Right now, PDP has only one candidate for their primaries. Only one candidate. You saw what happened 2 days ago in America. They had a debate for people aspiring to be president under the Republican Party. And you saw the array, the very best. The very best. So you have a situation where in a society, the best must lead the rest. But when you don't leave options and you just zero in on one person, not based on research. What's your research? What's your basis?
Do you not think that all things were considered before the choice emerged?
We want to know what they considered. Because just a few days ago, some people were screened out. A serving senator was screened out of the primaries in PDP. So what are you saying? Over some tax issues. This guy is faulty in his tax papers, and he's a senator, distinguished senator in Nigeria's Senate. And nothing has happened yet. Nobody has accosted him. He's not been arrested for tax default or anything. It shows PDP is not learning. We saw what happened at the national level when people were muzzled out and there was only one candidate.
Are you getting this feeler from average Bayelsans?
I'm on ground in Bayelsa. I run a locally based NGO, community-based NGO. I am in tune with Bayelsa people daily. And what Bayelsa people are saying is not what PDP is doing. I don't want to say too many things that will be kind of libelous or something. But I think PDP needs to go back and put its house in order again, because it might lose Bayelsa.
Did they not have the approval of the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, who also was a grassroots politician in Bayelsa State, having been deputy governor and governor? Doesn't he follow the trend of the thinking of people in Bayelsa to say, yes, I'm for this candidate and the PDP will remain strong?
If there is one man I don't like talking about, it's my former boss, Goodluck Jonathan. When he was governor, we worked together, and I know the kind of person he is. But right now, I think something is wrong somewhere. Yeah, something is wrong somewhere. People are angry with Jonathan for doing what he's doing. And he knows it, that people are angry. Now, Jonathan is supporting an unpopular candidate, an unpopular person. Now, more popular people came. Jonathan somehow...
So you think the governor is an unpopular candidate?
He is unpopular right now, and I can tell you...
Let's bring the opposition party into it, to which some members of the PDP defected.
Yeah.
And their election, as we mentioned, is coming up next week.
Yeah.
How do you think this will work for them or against them?
It's kind of dicey. You know, we talk about this in Bayelsa every day. It's kind of dicey. Now, there is a consensus in Bayelsa. It's a no to PDP. But the concern is this. Who is APC bringing? Now, the days of bringing charlatans and hoping that you can use some kind of system to win the election, those days are gone. The Buhari model has given Nigeria a clear direction on where to go. Only popular candidates will win elections in Nigeria now. So APC has to be very careful in picking somebody. Now, we're not telling them to pick somebody by fiat. They should talk to their delegates. They should look at issues. They should look at track records. They should look at personalities and character.
Are you assuming that will not happen? Should that not be taken for granted? You just criticized the PDP choice of candidates, but these factors must surely have been taken into consideration, knowing that politics of the grassroots have shifted from that of favor to that of merit.
That's the problem in Bayelsa. Bayelsa is kind of playing a different kind of politics, and that's why this time around we're engaging the political class. Civil society organizations, you know, being coordinated by my organization, we're engaging them, and we're saying that for the first time, things must be done differently. Now, before now, we used to like just coronate, you know, the political class would just come together over some bottles of champagne and just coronate somebody. The electorates are just there watching, not taking part. But this time around, we say no. It's going to be different. So the citizens now, the electorates now, are properly engaged. When you listen to them on radio program, when they call in, when you go to them in their different villages and their different communities, they tell you that this time around, they're not even thinking of party. They are looking at the person that can come and put smiles on their faces.
So a final quick word from you, because of reasons of time.
Yeah.
The outcome of the governorship elections in Bayelsa State, not a cut and dried issue yet.
No, it's going to be tough. It's not there yet.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks so much. It's my pleasure.
Dr. Kia Wilson is a doctor of philosophy at the Niger Delta State University in Bayelsa State, speaking to us on the forthcoming governorship elections. You're watching News Across Nigeria. When we return, the Abia Governorship Tribunal is still in force. We'll give you details of that when we come back. Please stay with us.